আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আমি Good afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable knowledge seekers, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Aritra Bosak and I am from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seekers, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP is a social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million knowledge seekers from 100 countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 200 plus professional and 4,500 plus organization. Institute of Global Professionals (IGP) is the training faculty for all development, which can founded in 2020 and is generating complete candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase informal education. So we provide effective training and consulting to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our service locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, also for learners through respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependence one of the famous online institute from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, award quiz competition, mentoring and counseling, etc. On the other side, we also trying to serve more than 100 premium service for free like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and word knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can update it all day. Kids learning games websites, free courses, convert sites, and many, many more. We help to empower youth to learn to meet their expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. Training program, webinars, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professionals, trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kids of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and professionalities. To ensure excellent in-depth instruction, we arranged with qualified trainers, speakers, and instructors. We extend free service to more than 3 million students in the last 3 years. We have with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Major signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and vision. We are trying to understand that we are try to understand the need of today generation and will serve them with research and practice method. We must have a genuine corner for the learners. We represent more we represent more growth and innovation and required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and mm, improvement so that individuals so weak information can improve their skill levels and values. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,225 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,225 webinars successfully. Wow. At present, we are going to start our 1,000 to 1,226 program name factors affecting productivity. And our today speaker, sir, name is Dr. Raj Narayan Awasthi, India. Before I hand over the stage to sir, want to share a very little bit about your seekers. He is a senior officer, OL, and in charge technical translation elec- electronics corporation in India Limited, ECIL. Now very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation.
Jaya. Hello, are you getting my voice? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. How are you, sir?
So, I'm very fine. Namaskar and very good afternoon to all learned viewers. So, should I start my presentation?
Yes, sir, please start your presentation.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, please unmute your mic. We can't hear you.
Are you getting my voice now?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, should I go ahead?
No.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please
So,
present your
very good
presentation.
afternoon to all learned viewers. I'm Dr. Rajna Avasthi from Electronics Corporation of India Limited, Hyderabad, India. Today, my topic is factors affecting productivity. As you know, in any industrial organization, I will say not only in industrial organization, in any organization, productivity is very important. And without productivity, we cannot lead our organization in the most effective and efficient manner. As you know, everybody knows that in today's generation, there is a lot of advancement in every aspect, whether it's a human resource, whether it's a management resource, or whether it's a technology. Day to day, it is changing. Then how to match with our work with productivity? So for any effective management, measurement of productivity is very essential. Until and unless we are not measuring that how our services are being provided or how we are doing the production, gentlemen, we cannot predict that whether our production is going in the right way or in the wrong way. So here I will say that there are three things are very important for any productivity, that higher productivity overcomes delays and brings reduction to cost of office work. If productivity is very high, so there won't be any delay. As you know, that in any organization, whether it's a college administration, whether it's a technical administration, or it's a service providing agency, delay is very very important. There should not be any delay in providing our services or our to our esteemed customers. And when our productivity is very high, it brings the reduction in the cost of office work. You see, sometimes what happens, we do the production in a very right way. We are very efficient in production. but our production is not effective. So there is a lot of difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Suppose we are a service provider for any annual maintenance contract work. So we are going, or we are having any machine. So our we are taking for 12 hours job and we are getting some technical product. Okay, we are within 12 hours, we are getting product. It's very fine. Our quality control has also checked. There is no problem. But suppose their indirect cost is more. There is a lot of wastage, a lot of power consuming, a lot of coolant, or any other indirect costs are involved, and that cost is more than our direct cost. So, in what happen in market, we will not get so much profit. So if our productivity is high, so at the same time, we should always think how to reduce the cost of productivity, office work. This is very, very important. So our whatever work we are doing in office, it should be is a effective and it should be efficient also. Next thing, employee can hope to receive better wages if their productivity is very high. Always, as a management point of view, we should tell to our employees that if your productivity is high, definitely you are going to get receive the better wages. Now, this is the different issue that what type of better wages, whether it's a direct wage, indirect wage, whether it's any remuneration, whether it's a off leave, whether it's any recreational thing is there or any promotion is there, that is different issue. But employees, each and every employee should know that if our productivity is high, we are going to get a better wages. That is most important. So here, whenever management is setting any goal, that time they should be very clear that employees should know that if productivity is high, something directly or indirectly they are going to get something. And lower productivity is a sign of if inefficiency and waste of efforts. You see that when our productivity is very low, it shows that whatever work we are doing technically, we are inefficient. Efficiently, we are not working, and ultimately, it is a waste of efforts. So, suppose we have to produce a item which has to be delivered within 2 days, but there is a contract between ourselves, our company, and to the our customers that if you are not giving item within 2 days, you will get some percentage of amount as a LD, late delivery. So what will happen? Sometimes our product is suppose 100% cost is there, we have to reduce the cost and ultimately we have to pay as a penalty. So there is it low productivity is a sign of efficiency and waste of efforts. Whatever we have done, it all has gone wastage. Now, what is the meaning of productivity? Among all, we must know that what is the meaning of productivity, how productivity is being defined. So productivity is the ratio between output and input. This is the basic definition of productivity, that it is a ratio between output and input. The output can be measured in terms of goods, services produced, while input refers to time, labor, and material spent to bring about the result. So in output, there are two things. Either it will be in goods, or product will be there, or it will be some services. So in output, two things are most important, goods and services. But input, there are three things are time, labor, and material spent to bring about the result. You see, whenever we are giving any job to any our workmen, those our learned speakers, those are listening, and if they are working in any workshop or any production line, so whenever we give a product to for doing any technical work to line workers, that time we should always remember that we must fill up the job card. Without job card, no product is to be given for manufacture to any worker. That time, what we should do? As an expert person, we should know that how much time it will take to make our product. So, suppose a product has to be made within 2 hours. As an expert, I know that this product can be made within 2 hours. Okay, plus minus, we can say that for finishing our product, for some packing our products, or some undue delay, some 10% we can give more time. So, suppose we are giving 10 minutes. So 10 to 15 minutes can be given time. So each and every worker should know that at what time we should complete our product. Same thing, labor and material spent brings about the result. So for good productivity, material spent is also very important. Suppose we are giving a rod. Now we have to make the diameter, suppose 60 centimeter. So when we are suppose we are in working in a mechanical engineering workshop and we have to make a rod of 60 centimeters, so we should go finishing only 2 centimeter 2 mm both the sides. So it will reduce the work. Operator can finish the work in a very smooth way. That is very important. A famous psychologist and a famous management expert, Peter Drucker, has defined productivity as that balance between all factors of production that will give the greatest output in the smallest effort. So, one thing is very important. Productivity, we can define the greatest output. We cannot measure that output should be 50%, 100%, or 80%. But we should always remember suppose we have got the productivity 50%, but within the very small effort, there was no time to complete that project. Still, we are in a very safe zone because here smallest effort is very important. As you know, in management, maximum work in minimum time with a high grade of accuracy within a limited resources should be the motto of management. So that time we should always remember that whenever we are measuring the productivity, it should be the greatest output. Now that what is the greatest output that we can measure as an expert, that this is our the greatest output with the smallest effort. This means that the productivity will be considered to be higher of the same product is obtained with limited means. So here productivity, what will be the formula for productivity? Productivity will be the ratio of output and input. So that is very important that we should always remember that what is the meaning of productivity. Now our question, today's topic, we come in the main line that what are the factors affecting productivity. You see that productivity can be a positive side also, it can be negative side also. So as a manager, we should always remember that productivity of employees depend upon two practical factors. So what are the factors which affect productivity? There are two factors which are very important for each and every management manager, that they should know that these two things affect the productivity. First thing is technological development, and second thing is the employees commitment and job performance. We cannot say that first one is more important or second one is more important, but I will say both are very much important. We cannot ignore neither technological development nor we can undermine the employees commitment and job performance. But there is no doubt employees commitment plays a very vital role for the factors which affect productivity. If employees commitment and job performance is of very high grade, definitely our production will be very high. Now, technological development. Each and every manager, office manager, though he has no direct control over technological developments, but he or she should know the latest technological advances in his her field. Suppose somebody is working in a machine shop of mechanical engineering. Okay, so who are the working as a office manager, as a HR manager? They have not got no direct control. Suppose now our learned speakers will be knowing that now the new machines have come in our production shop, like computerized numerical control, CNC machines, CNC lathe machines, CNC grinding machine, CNC milling machines. So though office manager has got no direct control, he cannot fully understand what is the CNC milling machine, what is CNC grinding machine. But one thing is very, very important. He or she should know the latest advances in his her field. It is the duty of every office manager that they should know that in their field what is going on. Because if they don't know what are the advancements are going on in their field, definitely they cannot take work from their subordinates. So how it will increase the productivity question arises, how this factor affects the productivity. You say suppose we are working in any machine and we know that okay, if we are bringing for this shaping machine or new grinding machine, it will be very useful and we can increase our production. So if we can buy that machine, we can procure that machine from the market and we can use that, and with that we can increase the production in our floor. So in this way, office manager should know the technological development. Manager should know that what type of latest machine and any other things, what are the latest machines and equipments are available in the market. So they should always do the market survey, and they should know that in case there's something, a new thing has come, so they can bring to their office, they can bring to their organization, and which will affect a lot. Now, as I earlier told you, that is the only technological advancement. Here, that implies commitment will be very, very important, as I told you, that though technological development is there, but implies commitment is very important. So, job performance of any employees, it depend upon following things. Employees' attitude and performance have immense bearing on their productivity. If the attitude and performance ability of any employee is of very, very high grade, definitely they can produce in a very, very better way. Now, the how the job performance of employees depends upon the following factors. I will tell in detail, but we should know at a stretch that what are the main factors which affects the productivity. As in office, we people always working towards increasing the productivity. So we should see always in a positive way that these are the factors. If we use them, our productivity will be increasing. First, ability, then motivation, then physical condition of work, then setting productivity goals, implies participation and use of work measurement techniques. So these are the very, very important things by which we can come to know that how our productivity can be increased. Now I'll go by one by one. Now you see the ability and motivation. So what is ability? Ability of employee depends upon their knowledge, experience, and skill. Knowledge depends on training, education, and interest of employee. So here you see skill is very important. Here the ability means skill. Though somebody may have the ability to do this job, but suppose he or she is not having skill knowledge, they cannot do in a better way. And this skill knowledge depends on training, education, and interest of employee. So here three things are there. Training and education is in the management part because these are being given by the management. But interest of employee is not in the hand of management. For this purpose, we should motivate our employee to go for training, to go for different education courses, because until unless there is no interest in the employee, there is no use of training and education. So for that purpose, we must train the employee in a such a way. I will say not trained, we should groom the employee in such a way that they are reporting to their higher officials in a best presentable manner. An employee deficient in knowledge and skill is bound to be less productivity. You may have any kind of machine, one can office can have any type of stationery or any type of formats, but until unless we are not having knowledge and skill, suppose any employee is not having knowledge and skill, definitely he or she will be the less productivity. Now, knowledge and skill both we should put together. Sometimes I have seen in my practical experience, some of the employees in the technical field are having very good knowledge, but they do not have skill as working in the grinding machine or in a very high sophisticated machines. So without knowledge, they are not so much productive. Some people I have seen, they have got a very good skill, but basic knowledge of the product, basic knowledge of the technology, they are not having. So, for a better quality oriented, one thing is very important. We are producing a lot of product, we are giving a lot of service to our customers, but we should always remember that it must be quality oriented, because customer is just like a almighty. He is a in management. Customer is like a God. Whatever we say in our system in our country. But that's why we say always an esteemed customer. So we should always think that how much service we are giving to customers and whether they are satisfied or not. So for that purpose, any employee, they should always, not only employee, management should also see that what type of training we should give to our employee so they can enhance their knowledge and skill. For that purpose, each and every organization should have the training department. Though it is having a worldwide, I have seen there is no organization which is not having its own in-house training facility. So whenever we should be, the employees should be given two type of training minimum once in a year. One should be on their domain. In which domain they are working, they should be trained. One training will be that training will be totally skill oriented, and one training should be psychological and behavioral aspect. Suppose any employee is a very good employee, he comes in time, he goes in time, but whenever any work is there, he is not able to concentrate due to his or her personal reason, and our job fails. With a, suppose we are having 25 rod, he or she is making 24.9 rod, and there is no tolerance, so definitely our project will be fail in internal quality system. So the worker is very effective, very efficient, but he or she is not effective. So that we should always see that ability is the most important part in the part of employee. Now comes motivation. This ability won't come only by training and education. Though it comes, there is no doubt training and education plays a very vital role. But motivation is very important. Motivation refers to incentive provided by management for better performance, like factor promotion, incentive pay profit, sharing, and recognition. So, suppose any faster promotion is there, definitely they will have the chance of to for their uplifting of their career, and top management support for increasing productivity is must. So suppose any workman is working, if he or she knows that he or she is not going to get any promotion, definitely they won't work. So they should know that they are going to get some promotion, because and same way incentive, we are a human being. Every human being has some got some psychological aspects in societal aspects. So if they know that if we give the more production, if our company gets a profit, if our company gets name and fame in the national or in international field, our company is going to get some profit, and definitely we will be promoted. So that motivation plays a very vital role, and I will say that motivation should be always be in the top of agenda of management. Management will should always see that how our employees are motivated. No doubt, suppose there is no financial benefit, at least if top management goes to some worker and says that you have done a very wonderful job, good job, well done. With your job, your subordinates are very happy. You have led a very good team. So what worker will think that he or she is doing very good job, and his or her efforts are being recognized by top management. So this is very important. Ability and motivation. And motivation should be always in right direction. Whenever management gives motivate to any employee, they should check also that what factors are affecting in his or her production. So ability and motivation are very important in production line. Now, one more thing is there, that physical condition of work. So this is also important. An important factor influencing employees is job performance is physical condition of work. It includes better lighting, ventilation, proper decoration of office, avoidance of noise, dust, etc. That is, in physical condition of work, that wherever our employees are working, their lighting should be very good. There must be a ventilation, and technical employee, suppose any welding shop is there, any machine shop is there is no ventilation, they will feel suffocation. Then proper decoration of the office. Each and every office should have the very aesthetic look. It doesn't mean that there should be a very brand new furniture, very high costly things are there. No doubt, some of the offices like business office or some of our conference room, our boss room, they should have the very good furniture, because that affects and that shows the decoration of our company. Then two things are most important: avoidance of noise and dust. No employee want noise, and it should not be dusty. So whenever we are going to start any work, make sure that if somebody wants that today production should be very high, before employee interns, suppose any company is having their working time from, as per IST, Indian Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We should always see that this proper decoration of office, ventilation, better lighting, eh, dusting, everything should be done before 9 o'clock. It should not be there that whenever our employee comes, that time we should start the our this all these things. So dusting and all should be done before the employee comes. It will give a very good effort, and and definitely it is going to increase the production. Now, three things are more important, like setting productivity goals. That is also there. If we want production in a very high grade of accuracy, we must set the productivity goals. Without productivity goals, we cannot get production. The goals of each employee must be formulated so that he or she knows to what expected from him or her and makes effort to improve his her performance. So here productivity goals are important. We should all whenever we are giving job card. That's why in the beginning of the day I told that whenever we are giving the job card to anybody, that time we should maintain our goal that this is the job which you are supposed to complete in this time. So, this is the thing. In this way, we should give job. Then implies participation. And employees should be involved in the process of planning and goal setting. Many times my experience says that whenever management is planning and they for a goal setting, they are not encouraging employees to participate. So they top management should always see that along with the middle level managers, lower level managers should also be involved because they are directly working in the floor or in the workshop. So they should be involved in the process of planning and goal setting because it will help in a two-way. That goals should not be also should be set in a very hypothetical way. We should know that if they work for 8 hours, this job they can complete. That they should know, and they may be in position of contribute useful ideas about ways of increasing productivity. So by this way, definitely we can increase our productivity and the employee will contribute in whatever position they are there in the better way. We see that whether it's a lower level manager, whether it's a middle level manager, whether it's a top level manager, everybody has to contribute. And if they allow to participate employees, our production will be very, very high and it will be a quality product. Always they will see that whatever they are producing, there should not be any failure and it should not go wrong. So that will help too much for the production line. Now, use of work measurement technique. Whatever we are giving work to our subordinates, whatever work we are giving to line managers or to workers, by the top management, it should be measured. Same way when I told that we should give a job work to the employees, it should be measurable. Without measurement, no job is to be given. They should know that this job is to be measured and this job I have to complete by today. So we should always see that how to measure, there are two things. How to measure, there are two things. One can be measured when we give the job card, that time timing should be given. And we can have the self assessment also. We should ask the employee, okay, how much time you will take to finish this job? Definitely, they will see that if they get the proper time, they can finish the job in a most suitable time. So, measurement is very, very important. Whether it's a service organization, whether it's an academic organization, whether it's a production line activities, any company is there, without measurement techniques, no one can measure the product's productivity. So, for increasing the productivity, the work measurement techniques is very, very important. most important. Now, we should see that setting the productivity goals. Now, these are the also very important things that implies welfare. Though we have seen that we should have the measurement techniques, we should have all type of techniques, we should know the technical advancement, we should give a participation. But here also very important that implies welfare is very important. This provision of welfare facilities is now considered as an important part of a scheme for raising efficiency of employees broadly. So here welfare activities can be classified into three main groups. One can see that this implies welfare is very important. If we are not giving a proper facility, if we are not giving proper welfare activities, we cannot increase our production. These can be three things like economic, recreational, and facilitative. Economic means like a profit sharing. Suppose a company has got a profit of suppose 20% in their actual cost. I will not say that how much we have to give. A company should have its policy by their management, by their employees organizations that they should get how much. So it should be very proper. It should not be improper, and it should be recorded by 1 minute, and all employees should agree because there won't should not be any problem when we give any important items to anybody. So here economic means whatever we are giving to employees, if we give employees, suppose we are giving any watch is giving or any item we are giving, definitely implies gets facilitated and they become very happy, and in turn they are ready to give anything, and they are going to give 100% to their company. Now recreational. Recreational is also very important. That is each and I hope in worldwide, globally, each and every corporate sector, each and every production center is having welfare section. It is their duty that they should have the welfare activities, and it should give the recreational objectives. Because if you give the recreational objectives, we can take them some small tour. There should be musical nights. There should be some skits. There should be some speech competitions, essay writing competitions. So with this also they get very informative, and they get they see that my management is towards me and they are watching me very closely. So by this they get affected to community as well as to their corporation. So their economic and recreational is very important. Facilitative is very important. If you give them facility, suppose any employee is working late, and suppose he or she, her working hour finishes at 5 o'clock, because since the job was very urgent, he or she has to submit this report to their head office, and now time is 7 o'clock. So it is the duty of management to provide a suitable transport to him or her to her residence. It may be in the lunch or dinner or as the case may be. So if you provide the facility also, our workers are get enthusiastic, and they are ready to serve for the company like anything. Because when they know that if you are working more, my organization is behind me. For my anything, my organization will take care. They will be very, very happy. So, as I told you, that employees' welfare plays a very vital role in terms of economic welfare, in terms of recreational welfare, and in terms of facilitative welfare. So, these are the things each and every management should know, and each and every employee should also know. Sometimes what mistake we do, that we are thinking that these are the things only my top management will see. This is not my job. But no. Suppose if five people are working under me and I am in the lower level management. We can also apply these all things. And if we apply these all things, our production is going to increase. So there won't be any disturbance in timeline, and our unit or our section, whatever we can say, our group, our class, it will be appreciated by top management. So these are the very important things which affect the productivity. Again, I will summarize, and we can come to know, like these are the setting of productivity goals, employees participation, use of work measurement techniques. Measurement technique itself is a very great chapter. How to measure a work. There are different types of techniques. Some techniques are classified techniques, some techniques are unclassified techniques. Classified techniques are very, very important. Unclassified techniques are more important for this work measurement techniques. So these are the things we should see, like physical condition of work, ability, motivation. So if we see all these things, we get a very proper and very accurate and robust management, and it will increase the production. So these are the very basic things that provision of welfare facilities now considered as an important part of a scheme for raising efficiency of employees. Broadly, welfare can be activities can be classified on these all groups. So management should always see that how to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the employee. They should not go that how to increase the production, why this individual is not working. Only we should try to raise the efficiency and effectiveness of the employee. Automatically, when any employee is increase his or efficiency or effectiveness, automatically that production will go very high. So these are the very basic things. When our learned speakers, those are working in any organization, kindly use in your organization like economic, recreational, and facilitative. Here, one more thing is there. If in front of sometimes I have seen some of the management, if suppose somebody has done a very good job in India, I have seen in the some of the bank that in financial institutions, they are telling employee of the month. Suppose now this is the February, they will paste the photograph of the January month, who was the employee of January month, and whole February his or her photograph will be there. So this is also very important things, because employee will see that my photograph is in the main door. Many people will call that what job you have done, you have been chosen as a best employee. So it affects in a long way for the uh, production activities. So though these are the very small things, but in turn, for the long run, these all things plays a very vital role. So these are the basic things, and these are the factors which affect the production. But we must always remember in production that our indirect cost should not be too much, because we lose the profit, we lose our recognition, we lose our systematic culture, only because sometimes our indirect cost will be more. Any item is having direct cost 100 rupee, and suppose we are indirect cost, it will be some 120 rupee. So what will happen in 20%, whatever increased indirect cost, it is very difficult to compromise with the direct cost. Then how we will get the profit. So these are the essence, and that is the brief presentation given by me. That what are the factors affecting products and activities. Gentlemen, if any question you are having, you ask. I'm very thankful for your gracious presence. Any question, I'm here to answer your question. Thank you. Any question, please?
করে অন করো এবার স্লাইডে যে বুক দেখাবো পড়ালেখা
So much, sir, for your rich content presentation, which
Thank
can
you.
impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seekers. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinars. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGB
Thank
knowledge
you.
seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from your speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certificate and online quiz competition. Dear knowledge IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. After question answer, we have webinar certificate and online quiz competition.
এতটুকু থাক এবার আস্তে আস্তে চাকরি এই কিউএতে ক্লিক করো ব্র্যান্ড আসবে কিউএ কিউএ past.
Our first question is Lakshma Reddy. What is the role of HR manager for better productivity in an organization?
Okay, thank you, Lakshmana Reddy Garu. That your question is very much important.
Yes, sir.
That what is the role of HR manager for better productivity in an organization? You know that a human resource manager plays a very vital role in any organization. So, as a HR manager, we should, for better productivity, as I say, that what we should do, we should always see that is there any hindrance in the production from the HR side. Suppose one thing I will say that in my corporation where you'll be knowing that India where I'm working. So suppose any employee enters in any organization and there is a long queue in his attendance marking system that we can do, that there should not be any long queue, and whenever an employee comes in any inside the factory or any inside the organization, he or she comes in a very pleasant mood. Same way, we should have some recreational activities. So, as a HR manager, what you should do if you are working in the HR field, you should always see that you should do a committee. One more important thing is there. As a HR manager, we should never do alone. We should always form a committee in that one person may be from accounts, one person may be from technical field, one person may be from top management, and we can choose a best employee of the month. So if we paste the photo of any employee, whether he or she in the main door, and where everybody comes in the, suppose it is in the month of February, and we are seeing this he or she is the best employee of the January, definitely he or she will be very happy, but her friends will be also very curious that how her or his photo has come here, what is the remarkable things he or she has done. So they will also try to do better, so their photo may also come in the main door. But these are the very, very basic things. They should, suppose they are going any tour, their settlement, financial settlement should be done in a very fast manner. Their accommodation, everything, their guest house, everything should be very good. But in office, we should see, suppose some music system is there, suppose water facility is there. These are the basic things that we should always see that from the human resource manager side, that our worker or those are working on the shop floor, they should not have any time for these indirect works. Each and everything should be on their table or in their best possible way. So by this, HR manager can do very, very important things, and HR manager role is very important in any company. Thank you, Lakshman Reddy Garu. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your answer. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certificate and online quiz competition.
Okay, Flami, you have asked a
Our next
question. You should
question
also have a good day.
is, good day, sir. How can we
Yeah, how
motivate
can,
ourselves when we are depressed?
yeah. You see, a very contemporary question. How can we motivate ourselves when we are depressed? When we are depressed, how can we motivate to our subordinates as a HR manager or a manager? But there's nothing like depression. Why we should be depressed? First of all, whatever in life it comes in a own way. We should see, we see, Flamil, this life is like a package. Suppose we go to any tour, some package will be there, some sorrow will be there, some happiness will be there, some plus will be there, some minus will be there. So this life also, it is like a package, and we should never get depressed, because when we are in depressed, it is not only we, our whole family, our organization, our society, our nation, it gets depressed. So there's nothing like a depression. First of this thing we should always see. But next question comes, how we motivate ourselves. For you see, for saying it is very easy that we should not be depressed, but sometimes we depress, we also depress. But how to motivate is more important. We should see towards the nature side. We should see, we should read some great leaders book. We should see some good music. By this, if you see the nature, you see our nature never depressed, whether it's the month of January, February, March, April, anything. In each and every month, our nature will be in its own way. So by seeing the nature, I have seen that though I never try to be depressed, but I say, I request you that whenever you get depressed, don't think anything. Nothing is going to happen. You see, whatever happen. We cannot bring back. But no damage should be there. For that purpose, we can motivate if we see our nature. One more important thing is there. Suppose we do the any mistake, that mistake should not be repeated. Always I say to my office people, always see, I tell to my school education system wherever I get chance to teach the student, do one thing daily, new thing. You will never be depressed. Suppose today is the 15th February, we can plan today what new things, only one thing, not two or three. You can remember in suppose in a year we are doing 365 new things. You can imagine we can change the society. So to avoid the depression, we should listen the music, we should see the nature, and we should see that whatever happened, it was not my hand, but I am. Flami is going to make better tomorrow. Better tomorrow will only motivate you. Nobody can motivate you except you. And I am sure that you are going to motivate yourself tomorrow. Thank you. All the best, Flami Ragul. Thank you. Good day.
Our next question is Lakshma Reddy. For better productivity, how can we balance man and
Lakshman Garu, we can maintain the better productivity. You can see that men and machine are more important. So for better productivity, if men and machine now your question is how to make the balance. So if you are working in a production activity, we should always allot a machine. What I was when I was in production shop, I will say my example that how I was giving balance to men and machines. So suppose you are working in a lathe machine or milling machine. So whenever we are giving job to any man, any workman, that okay, you should put this job on machine. So what I was doing, I will make the engineering drawing, I will make the job, I will set in the machine, and our people will not be ideal. So I will say that okay, this job is already in your machine. This is your engineering drawing. This much is length. Only 2% wastage should be there. Now you are telling how to balance. Balance we can say by job card. Whenever it is my advice, Lakshmana ji, that whenever you give job to any man, you maintain the job card. My email ID is there in my presentation. You can see we have designed a job card that suppose we are getting, it is not only men and machines, suppose anything. Whenever I give a job to my own people, what I do that I always say that this job has to be finished within 4 hours. After 4 hours, again 8 hours working day is there. In this 4 hours, this job has to be finished. So by this record management is very important. Sometimes machine goes ahead, sometimes men goes ahead. We have to make a equal balance, and if we make the balance, our productivity is going to be definitely very high. Even more thing is there. Suppose any machine is there. So we should see there should not be any much more wastage. If you are from technical field, I will say, suppose we are working in a lathe machine and we see there is no proper light, there must be a proper light. Suppose he or she working with a high speed steel, there must be coolant. One more thing is there. Suppose he or she has been given to make a rod of 20 mm. It should be maximum 21 mm. It should not be 25 mm, because then whole of the time will be spent only on reducing the rod from 25 mm to 20 mm. So these are the things by which we can make the balance. But if you are in the production shop manager, make sure that you should always watch that what are the things where our people are not able to balance. So we should get feedback. In my production line where I am working, always I give them every month I ask them feedback. Okay, you give me feedback that what are the problems in your machine, environment system. Suppose somebody says, one of the my colleague says, suppose she's having not proper light. So I arrange a proper light. So it helped a lot, and productivity was also increased like anything. Though it was a very small thing, I never imagined that this thing may be the hurdle in productivity. So these are the things we should always remember. Thank you, Lakshma Reddy Garu. Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you for your next question from Isa. Sir, is having a growth mindset a way of motivating ourselves?
Yeah, Isaiah, definitely. A growth mindset is a very important way of motivating ourselves. There is no doubt if you are having the growth mindset, and always your mindset should be very positive. But as I told you in my previous questions, that growth mindset, you should have a very positive attitude, and you should always see for motivating ourselves. What happens sometimes is something other things are being motivated from my doing own thing. From that also we motivating ourselves doesn't mean that only Isaiah should be motivated. If other things by your growth mindset, any other people are motivated, and you come to know that he or she is being motivated for your work, definitely you are going to motivate yourself. Then growth mindset is very, very important, because if mindset, everything is mindset. Always remember, whether we talk productivity, whether we talk about psychology, whether we talk about physiology, whether we talk about nature, we talk about education, anything in this world goes in and around our mindset. Mindset is just like a midfielder in football or hockey. You might have seen in football, one center forward will be there. He will be in the center, and everywhere he or she will be giving a football. Same way, mindset is very important, and growth mindset is a way. You cannot motivate yourself without going in the way of growth mindset. Very good question. I hope everybody might have appreciated your asking of question. Always I believe that I'll be very happy if some more my colleagues ask question, and with my little knowledge, I will try to give the answer. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, QA.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
এখানে আসো। দূর না সরি এখানে কি রে জ্ঞান আসছে
Once again, once again, thank you so much, Honorable Sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some values to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
উপরে উঠে নিচে 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 যাও না আরে নিচে নিচে সরি এটা নিচে নাও এই ফুলগুলো এই যে এটা কি আমার
Honorable sir, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this, sir,
Can I say few words to IGP?
move to the next webinar certification process.
Can I say my last word to our viewers?
For your content.
Hello. Can I say my last words to my viewers and IGP?
Yes, sir. Please leave this studio. You can, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm very thankful to IGP for giving me this opportunity, and I am very thankful to our learned viewers who have been continuously. They have been with us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
এবার এখানে আসো আসছো তো আসে এখানে পার্টিসিপেন্টস এটা দিব এখানে পার্টিসিপেন্টস এটা ফিডব্যাক আস্তে একবার ক্লিক করো এবার এটা দাও টাইম ফর সার্টিফিকেশন প্রজেক্ট তারপর আবার শিটে ব্যাক করো পোস্ট স্পিচে ব্যাক করতে এবার নিজেরা বলতে হবে আইজিপি
IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process. The most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz and online quiz certification. IGP Knowledge Seekers, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. কোথায় video?
থ্যাঙ্কস
webinar topic is factors affecting productivity, and the code is IGP 4475, and the code is IGP 4475. Okay. Without code, no one is eligible certificates. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. How to claim an A certificate? Go to www.eduigp.com, click sign in, can log in if you already have an account, or create a new account if you are new. Once logged in, click free webinars. Select the webinar's title and click continue course. Get enrolled if you have enrolled yet. Type the code in your certificate code box. Click get your certificate. It is it is auto downloadable in PDF file already. Just check it in your file manager or download folder. Don't forget to leave a review in our FB page website in Google. Dear IGB Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Go to www.slido.com and find today quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. The quiz code is afternoon, and the code is afternoon. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Please join in Slido and the code is afternoon. Please join in Slido and the code is afternoon. Please join in Slido. The code is afternoon. Please join in Slido. The code is afternoon. Please join in Slido. The code is afternoon. With 25 people, we are going to start our live quiz session. the first the first question is major climatic factor affecting ensure are option 1 is temperature and precision. Option 1 is right answer and the leaderboard is for Jordan, then Joy, then Flomy, then and the second question is what are the factors affecting what are the factors affecting population size, birth rate, death rate, immiseration, birth rate, niche. Option 1 is right and the leaderboard is Jordan. Joy, our third question is what are the two main factors affecting profit? Revenue and expenses, supply and demand. Revenue and expenses, supply and demand. Option 1 is right, revenue and expenses. 54% people are right. In the first position is Jordan, then second Joy. Our fourth question is Taron's four factor affecting choice and are member, group, situation, and them, members, environment leader, and team. Option 2 is the right answer. 54% people are right. In the first option is Jordan, then Evelyn. Fifth question is productivity. Output divided by input, input divided by output, output divided by input, input divided by output. Output divided by input is the right answer. 59% people are right. First in Evelyn. Our sixth question is which one affecting internal factor in KM process? Internal factors and the organization. External factors and the organization. external factors, and the organization. External factors are right. 46% people are right. First in Evelyn. Our seventh question is factors affecting the structure of the business include interpersonal, relationship, task, and authority, and initiativity. Authority and initiativity. Authority and initiativity. Authority is the first. Authority is the correct. 48% people are right. Our leaderboard, the first position in Evillian. Our eighth question is the following are all limiting factors impacting and region next primary productivity expect soil and reliability humidity soil and relative humidity. Relative humidity is the right answer. 75% people are right. Our leaderboard in first position, Jordan. Our ninth question is two internal factors affecting an HR system are Lagicus and the Escomen Avenue. True or false? True or false? False is the right answer. 15% people are right. Our leaderboard in first position, Jordan. The final question is productivity, contactivity, and crowd squaring are tools of organizational structure and technology. Organizational structure and technology. Technology is the right answer. 24% people are right. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. Slido will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. And after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificates in our on our official Facebook page and groups, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again, Slido. Will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our official Facebook page and groups, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinars online quiz competition winners top 10. Congratulations again. Slido will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our official Facebook page and groups, Institute of Global Professionals. At the end moment of our session, we can say properly feed your skills. Never stop learning cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a if you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not a people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hits and end this button, again wants to thank to all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation, and always. See you in the next session. Thank you.